एक मंच जहां मिलती है महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियां।
सवाल हो और जवाब दूं।
एक मंच जहां होते हैं हंसी और ठहाके।
वाह।
एक मंच जहाँ होती हैं चर्चाएं।
दूसरी वाली आपको नहीं समर्पित करूंगा।
नहीं कीजिए, बड़े स्पोर्टिंग।
आप पहले सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद कहिएगा आपको चाहिए समर्पण कि नहीं चाहिए।
एक मंच जहां मिलेगा लोकप्रिय संगीत।
और इन सब के बीच एक ऐसा मंच जहां मिलता है सब कुछ। लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.radioudan.com और जुड़ जाइए हमारे साथ।
Inspirational Wings, a show to make you feel up, to make you feel enthusiastic. To listen to this beautiful inspirational ride, tune us on Radio Udaan every Thursday 9 to 10 p.m. and repeat every Friday 4 to 5 p.m. Happy listening with your own RJ Divya Sharma. गुड इवनिंग, नमस्ते एंड सत श्री अकाल। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट दोस्त आरजे दिव्या शर्मा और दिस इज इंस्पिरेशनल विंग्स ओनली ऑन रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ। Before I get further, let me remind you quickly that if you want to send your feedbacks, views and instant messages right away, then add us on Skype. Our Skype ID is Radio Udaan. I'm right here to entertain your views, messages and feedbacks. Happy listening. Today in our first segment, here comes a beautiful segment of Blind Partially Courtesy. Number 1. I am an ordinary person, just visually impaired, visually challenged. You don't need to raise your voice or address me as if I were a child. Don't ask my companion what I want. Just ask me directly. Always remember that I just cannot clearly see. But I can hear clearly. Talk to me so that we will understand each other better. Number 2. If I am walking with you, don't grab my arms. Yes, don't grab my arms. Let me take yours. I will keep a half step behind to anticipate curbs and steps. Don't be overconscious and make a full stop at every step. Walk normally and your body movement will tell me what to do. When you see me walking alone down the hall, don't hesitate to offer assistance. Just tap slightly on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me" or "Hello" to call my attention. Don't whisper behind my back. Remember, I cannot see you, but I can hear and feel you. I am not some alien from other space to be laughed at or frightened about. 4. I want to know who's in the room with me. Speak when you enter. It is helpful to mention your name or say hello each time we meet, especially for new acquaintances, so that the sound of your voice will be familiar and recognizable to me. Introduce me to the others, including children, and tell me if there's a cat or a dog. Guide my hand to a chair by letting me touch the backrest. 5. The door to a room, cabinet, or a car left partially open is a hazard barrier to me. Make a habit to leave doors or rooms or cabinets, doors fully opened or closed. Don't leave them ajar. I also need a sense of permanence in the room or in the drawer. Classroom fixtures must have their designated places so that I can memorize the place. Don't leave chairs or bags in the middle of the room because I might trip over it. 6. At meal times, I will not have trouble with ordinary table skills. Use the clock method when describing to me the food on my plate or the position of my glass of water or cup of coffee. For example, 12 o'clock to tell that my dish is at the uppermost center of my plate. 11 o'clock if my glass of water is at the upper left side, etc. Don't avoid words like see. I use it too. I am always glad to see you. 8. I don't want pity, but don't talk about the wonderful compensations of blindness. My sense of smell, touch or hearing did not improve when I become visually challenged. I rely on them more and therefore may get more information through these senses that you do. That's all. 9. If I am your house guest, show me the bathroom, closet, dresser, windows and the light switched room. I like to know whether the lights are on. 10. I will discuss blindness with you if you are curious, but it's an old story to me. I have as many interests as you do. However, don't be afraid to ask questions. We visually challenged people are more than willing to explain to you all the things you want to know about blindness, partial blindness, vision impairment. It's better to clarify things you don't understand than make hasty assumptions. Remember, friends, questions don't hurt. Ignorance does. 11. Please make me a part of your world. I also enjoy the same things you do. Parties, movies, school, competitions. Let me participate in any of your activities and you will be surprised that I can be as fun as the person next to you. 12. Don't think of me as just a visually challenged person. I'm just a person who happens to be visually challenged. So friends, this was a wonderful, beautiful segment on blind, partially blind courtesy. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this session with me. And as I said before, remember, questions don't hurt. Ignorance does. So next time, whenever you meet a blind, visually challenged fellow, friend, colleague, or anybody, then please keep these points in mind. We don't need sympathy. See you in the next segment with an audio clip. Happy listening.
मिला हूँ अब जो तुमसे है दिल को मेरे कसम से सुकून मिला तुझे है पाया रब से है दिल को मेरे कसम से सुकून मिला हर पल हंसी सा हुआ है सांसों को तूने छुआ है बड़ी तुझसे नजदीकियां सुकून मिला मिला हूँ अब जो तुमसे है दिल को मेरे कसम से सुकून मिला जब से जुड़ा तुझसे जिया चैनो करार दिल को मिला जब से जुड़ा तुझसे जिया चैनो करार दिल को मिला जब भी रहूं संग तेरे भूलूं हर गम शिकवा गिला तेरे इश्क का ही नशा है मेरी रूह तक में बसा है तूने आँखों से जो छुआ सुकून मिला मिला हूँ अब जो तुमसे है दिल को मेरे कसम से सुकून मिला
So now we have reached in the second segment, and in this segment I am going to play another audio clip because you all know that this segment is all about an audio clip, and our today's audio clip will differ from the earlier audio clips. The special thing about today's audio clip is that it is related to Teachers' Day. Because tomorrow, the 5th September, is celebrated as Teachers' Day. So दोस्तों, enjoy this beautiful audio clip on Teachers' Day. Teacher's tale through a teacher's heart. I'm right here. We'll come back to you just after this beautiful audio clip. Happy listening.
It was a hot day in July, the summer after Sandy's first year of teaching. Sandy was sitting on the backyard swing with a diary in her hand. When she got her first job as a teacher, her mother had given her the diary to record all those triumphant teacher moments. Sandy had gone to college not really knowing what she wanted to be or do with her life. Growing up, she had wanted to be a writer, a psychologist, a lawyer. But when Sandy's friends who wanted to be teachers talked about what they wanted to do, their faces seemed to light up as they talked about making the world a better place. However, the first year of teaching was not as enchanting as she had thought it would be. The first entries in her journal were usually brief. Sandy was too tired to write much at the end of the day. September 7, teaching is harder than I thought it would be. October 1, I got my first teaching check today. Was it worth it? October 10, I can't change these kids' home lives. How can I expect them to do homework when there's often no support? November 8, I'm not sure I'm cut out to be a teacher. As she leafed through the pages on this lazy summer day, Sandy could see the faces of her 30 third graders. Paul sat right by her desk. Even that didn't stop his constant talking. But she had sent a note home every day to let his parents know. Sandy had worked hard at being consistent. Connie, cute as a button, never did one piece of homework. And Sandy had worked so hard to get her parents to help, but they wouldn't even return her phone calls. Sitting quietly, almost invisibly in the back of the room was Jane, wearing the same dress she had worn all week. Did she ever smile? Michael sat to the left of her desk, a sweet little boy. But when he read aloud, Sandy got impatient. He called so many words wrong. Sandy sat back and remembered how many times she had climbed frustrated into her car at the end of the school day, nearly crying tears of frustration. She tried so hard to be a good teacher, but it didn't seem as though she was making a difference of any kind, let alone a difference that would make the world a better place. But halfway through the diary, Sandy noticed that her entries had become longer. They focused less on her frustration and more on the kids themselves. Sandy began reading. January 10. Paul controlled his talking so well today that I sent a note to his parents telling them about his good behavior. February 12. I found out today that Connie's parents are getting a divorce. I'm not going to keep calling. Instead, I think I have a plan, a way to help Connie with at least some of her homework before she leaves school. March 8. Jane came up to me on the playground and whispered in my ear that her daddy had a new job. She was smiling. March 25. When Michael was in reading group, I noticed that he was always able to answer my questions. It's when I call on him to read aloud that he stutters, and his hands even shake. What can I do to help him? As Sandy turned to the last page of her diary, a piece of paper fell onto her lap. It was a note from one of her students that she had tucked inside sometime earlier that year. She unfolded it to read, "Thank you, teacher. You made my day happy." Sandy smiled as she realized teaching was not only about making the world a better place, it was about making their world better day by day. Thank you, teacher, for making your students' days happy.
So दोस्तों, wasn't it a wonderful, beautiful audio clip on Teachers Day? Well, this was a beautiful tale by a teacher, how she experienced the journey. So दोस्तों, always respect, appreciate your teachers. Your teachers are doing their best for you. Teachers always try to make their student a better person. And a very, very happy Teachers Day to all the lovely, dedicated, devoting and lovely teachers. Thank you every teacher for making us a better person every day. We owe our life to our teachers who have selflessly devoted extra time for their students. For them, the most important thing at times is the grades, the marks, the improvements in their students. And believe me friends, the best thing that teacher feel is when he or she finds that their student is improving, is taking a step towards betterment. From Radio Udaan also, a very happy Teachers Day to everyone. Keep listening, keep motivating and keep inspiring. We'll see you in the next segment. Now time comes for a musical break. मैं हूँ आरजे दिव्या शर्मा. शो चल रहा है इंस्पिरेशनल विंग्स, ओनली ऑन रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ.
Ring my bell, ring my bells. 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 Sometimes you love it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you need it, then you don't, and you let go. Sometimes we rush it, sometimes we fall. It doesn't matter, baby, we can take it real slow. 'Cause the way that we touch is something that we can't deny. And the way that you move, oh, you make me feel alive. Come on, ring my bell, ring my bells. Ring
English is keeping you away from all the discussions, conversations and debates? Do you think that because of your bad English, you are lacking behind? Or do you think that you are good at everything, but English is stopping you from going further? Well, no need to think so, because Radio Udaan has come up with a brand new show on English called Mystery of 26 every Monday 9 to 10 pm and repeat every Tuesday 4 to 5 pm with RJ Divya Sharma. So get ready for learning English with Radio Udaan. Friends, now we are in third segment, a segment all about motivation, courage, determination and inspiration. So friends, today we are going to talk about an inspiring story of Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during most of World War II and was seen as a resolute leader whose inspiring speeches maintained the morale of a nation. Among his many honors include a Nobel Prize for Literature, being the first person to receive an honorary US citizenship whilst still alive, and in a 2002 BBC poll was rated as the greatest Briton of all from a list of 100. Friends, what can we learn from Winston Churchill? Let us know. Depression can be managed. That one of the most inspirational leaders in history suffered from depression is a remarkable fact. Yes. Churchill termed his ailment the black dog, as he was conscious of it waiting to sink its teeth into him at any moment. Despite this, he was able to deliver stirring and inspiring speeches that railed his people to victory. It's estimated that 9.5% of Americans over the age of 18 will suffer from depression in a given year. Whilst this is a frightening statistic, Churchill shows that such an illness doesn't mean that you can't make a magnificent difference in the world. One of the sad facts about depression is that many sufferers don't ask for help. People remember great messages, phrases like, "We will never surrender," "The Iron Curtain," and "This was their finest hour," amongst many others, have stood the test of time as examples of memorable quotes. As a leader, he was able to deliver memorable speeches that people could relate to and be moved by. If you are a leader, what message should you be delivering to your people? What are the needs of your organization at the moment? Do they need vision, hope, passion? Be the leader you were meant to be and start inspiring your people with memorable messages. अब ले लेते हैं एक म्यूजिकल ब्रेक. आने के बाद बात करेंगे आगे यही विंस्टन चर्चिल के बारे में. So I'm right here. We'll meet you after the musical break with the story and messages of Winston Churchill. We will also talk about some quotes of Winston Churchill. Happy listening.
Forever, I feel I'm hoping and praying things between us don't get better. Men steady coming after you, women steady coming after me. Seems like everybody wanna go for self and don't wanna respect boundaries. Telling you all those lies just to get on your side, but I must admit there was a couple secrets I held inside. But just know that I try to always apologize. And I'ma have you first always in my heart to keep you satisfied. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause I got you. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause we gon' fight. Oh yes, we gon' fight. Believe we gon' fight. Fight for our right to love, yeah. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause I got every right to wanna leave. Got every right to wanna go. Got every right to hit the road and never talk to me no more. You don't even have to call, even check for me at all. Because the way I've been acting lately has been off the wall. Especially towards you, putting girls before you. And they watching everything I've been doing just to hurt you. Most of it just ain't true, and they won't show you how much of a queen you are to me and why I love you, baby. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause I got you. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause we gon' fight. Oh yes, we gon' fight. Believe we gon' fight. Fight for our right to love, yeah. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter.
क्या आप इच्छुक हैं जानने के लिए भारतीय राज्यों की संस्कृति, पहनावे और खान पान के विषय में?
મળે સૂર જો તારો મારો બને આપણો સૂર નિરાળો.
तो आइए मेरे साथ रेडियो उड़ान पर हर बृहस्पतिवार रात 10 से 11 प्रोग्राम डेट विद अ स्टेट में. इस प्रोग्राम के दौरान आप हमें हमारी स्काइप आईडी रेडियो उड़ान पर कॉल भी कर सकते हैं. अधिक जानकारी के लिए लॉग इन करें www.radioudan.com.
In our last segment, we were talking about Winston Churchill. Let us resume this inspiring story in this segment. Persistence. After an early career in the military, Churchill spent more than 50 years in politics. He first won his seat in 1900, waiting 40 years to finally become Prime Minister. Imagine if he had given up on his dreams and taken up another career, or satisfied himself with a seat on the back bench. It's almost unthinkable, and thankfully it didn't happen. He was able to maintain his focus and eventually make his mark. So friends, if you have a bold aim, stick with it. If you believe that you can make a difference in your field, chosen field, keep developing yourself until you reach your goal, aim, destination. It may take a long time and there may be disappointments along the way, but there is much to say for persisting through adversity. So as we all know, Winston Churchill was one of the great figures of the 20th century, and he continues to inspire. Is there anything else that inspires you about him? Well, there must be many, right? And one more thing, dosto. We all know that Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of the UK during World War II, as I told before. The largest global conflict of all time. His talent for inspirational speeches kept the British population going through these bleak years. With his never say die attitude spreading throughout the nation like wildfire, Churchill's belief in resilience and perseverance was summed up with one of his most famous quotes, which we would all do to live by. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So now let us take a look at quotes of Churchill. It is no use saying we are doing our best. You have got to succeed in doing what is necessary. Another thought, I may be drunk, miss, but in the morning I will be sober and you will still be ugly. Next thought, to build may have to be the slow and laborious task of years. To destroy can be the thoughtless act of a single day. Next quote, success is not final. Well, dosto, this thought I said before also, but I'm going to repeat this one because it's really a beautiful one. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Next quote, to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Next, nothing in life is so exhilarating as to be short without result. Last thought of Churchill. Though there are many thoughts, but I'm going to sum up this segment with this thought. This is no time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. So दोस्तों, now we'll meet you after a musical break. I hope you are feeling inspired, motivated and enthusiastic after listening about this inspiring story of Winston Churchill. And of course, these thoughts, quotes add to it in a wonderful way. See you after this break. Keep motivating.
Smile, an everlasting smile. A smile can bring you near to me. Don't ever let me find you gone, 'cause that would bring a tear to me. This world has lost its glory. Let's start a brand new story now, my love. You think that I don't even mean a single word I say. It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away. Talk in everlasting words and dedicate them all to me. And I will give you all my life. I'm here if you should call to me. You think that I don't even mean a single word I say. It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away. It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away. Da 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 da. This world has lost its glory. Let's start a brand new story now, my love. You think that I don't even mean a single word I say. It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away. It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away. It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away.
तो दोस्तों, we have reached the last part of Inspirational Wings. So दोस्तों, now in this segment, before I tell you about how to reach Radio Udaan, let me tell you, or I would say, let me share a few thoughts with you. Well, first one is, remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. Second one, you may be disappointed if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't try. Beverly Sills. Next thought, it's your place in the world. It's your life. Go on and do all you can with it and make it the life you want to live. Mae Jemison. Next thought, dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. Gloria Steinem. Next thought, do what you can, where you are, with what you have. Teddy Roosevelt. Next thought, build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. Farah Gray. Next thought, you become what you believe. Oprah Winfrey. Next thought, it is never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot. And the last thought for today is, the person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person who is doing it. Chinese proverb. So दोस्तों, these were a few beautiful thoughts to end up this inspirational ride. So दोस्तों, now quickly let me tell you how you can get in touch with Radio Udaan. First of all, you can visit our website www.radioudaan.com. Therein you will find a submission form. You just need to submit it and you are done. Next, you can also add us on Skype. Our Skype ID is Radio Udaan. RADIOUDAAN. And if you want, you can like our page or follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook URL is www.facebook.com/Radio Udaan. We all RJs welcome your positive, negative feedbacks, views and messages. Please friends, don't stay back. Come up with your views and feedbacks and help us making your shows better for you. We are trying our best to provide you with the best possible stuff. So now I will meet you the next week, the same day, Thursday, 9 to 10 p.m. and repeat 4 to 5 p.m. Friday. Happy listening. And if you have skipped any episode of any show of Radio Udaan, then you need not to worry, because Radio Udaan has come up with an archive system. On our website, you can find an archive segment. Therein, you need to mention about your requirement, date and episode of a show, and you will find it soon. Now stay tuned, because coming up next is Jyoti Malik with the show A Date with the Slate. Happy listening. Good luck, best wishes, and again a very happy Teachers Day to all the wonderful teachers throughout the world. Good luck. मैं हूँ आरजे दिव्या शर्मा, right from Nyanangal studio. Good luck, best wishes, and we'll meet you the next week. Take care. Now this last song is for all the listeners.
आज से अब से आन मेरी मैं तुमको ना छूने दूंगी, जान को चाहे छलनी कर दो मान को ना छूने दूंगी। आज से अब से आन मेरी मैं तुमको ना छूने दूंगी, जान को चाहे छलनी कर दो मान को ना छूने दूंगी। छू के देखो दिल मेरा तुम्हें दिल में अपने भर लूंगी, पर छेड़ के देखो तुम मुझको मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी, मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी, तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी। दोपहरी डर डर के नहीं चलूंगी, कैंडल जला के सैंडल दिखा के मर मर के नहीं चलूंगी। कदम मिला के देखो तो मैं साथ में तेरे चल दूंगी, पर छेड़ के देखो तुम मुझको मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी।